Oklahoma City's popular Adventure District could soon be expanded. The idea is to bring more fun to the area before the 2028 Olympic Summer Games. And right now, city leaders are still looking for ways to fund those changes. Tonight, a meeting is being held for the community to learn more. So joining us this morning to talk all about it is City Councilwoman Nikki Nice. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So you hear a TIF district, many people might be asking, what is that? So it's a tax incremental financial district. Explain what that is and what exactly it does. How does it work?
Well, I'll just say overall it's very difficult to explain to just your average person, but it's really just a taxing jurisdiction. It helps to capture the taxes, and then there's a project area within that that can help bring infrastructure to that said community. So it's a lot to be explained, and that's why I have the experts to talk about it on this evening. But being able to talk about Adventure District, you know, I tease and say there's not a lot of adventure. Yes, you can come in, you can do all of the great things, but then you leave. So how do we continue to keep folks in our community? And Oklahoma as a state is very unique, as of course we go by sales tax. That's how we fund our cities. So this is just one of those tools that we keep in our toolkit as far as our city is concerned, to look at how we bring economic growth, amenities, in ways to improve our neighborhoods and our communities. And one of the things that's very important for us to understand with this particular introduction this evening is that our residents are going to decide if this is something that they want to do.
They're going to learn all about that tonight. Do you have any ideas as of right now? I know it's still kind of early, of what we could bring to the Adventure District. I know you mentioned you come and then you leave, but what else could we bring there with this TIF money?
Well, if you think about it, if you go down Martin Luther King right now, there's just like a couple of restaurants in DC's Wings and Cakes. So you have,
which is really good, by the way.
Which is wonderful. So it's being able to add some other pieces to the story of how, again, you know, when you look at Adventure District, it's a world-renowned area. People come from and travel from not just the region, the country, but the world, depending on what activities are there. So just being able to mark this part of our city to say this is a local area and how can we brand it better. Again, Adventure District does an amazing job at what they do. This is just a way to help them do better ways that they can excel this Adventure District.
Yeah, just enhance it, essentially bring more visitors. So tonight that meeting is being held. What can people expect to learn? Who are they going to hear from tonight?
Well, they're going to hear from our city staff as far as the economic development arm of our city. They're also going to hear from other jurisdictions that are a part of the Adventure District. So it's going to be held at Millwood Public Schools because they are part of this jurisdiction as far as the increment area is concerned. They're going to hear from our Public Works Department. They're going to hear from our Parks Department. They're going to hear from, there's another planning department. It's all of the pieces that help to put this part of the puzzle together if our neighbors say this is something that they want to do. So again, they can ask questions. We also have our general obligation bond, those early conversations happening now, so they'll be able to ask questions about that. And of course, as we've been talking about the buzz with the Olympics, people want to know what can happen, what can come, but the goal here is to ensure that our neighbors and our communities are taken care of before all of those things happen.
And while the community is going to be hearing a lot from city leaders about the planning and what could be done, you all hope to hear feedback from the community as well. What do you hope to learn tonight?
Well, the main thing is to understand what the neighbors in our community want. We have been presented over the years of me being in office of different developments, and unfortunately a couple of those have not been able to see. We haven't been able to see them in succession. So being able to hear from the residents fully, all of our city staff, to say, okay, this is what this part of our community is asking for, and then trying to work to ensure that we can get that done. And also, you know, I ask my residents, if you know developers that can help us get the things that you want, let's talk to them. So these, again, just other opportunities to increase the impact of how Adventure District is and how we explore it, how we enjoy it, but also to make sure my residents are comfortable with this decision, because this is an us decision at the end of the day.
Making the decision together. If they want to attend that meeting, where is it, what time, and if they can't make it, where can they find that information?
They can go to Oklahoma City's website, okc.gov. They can find out more. We'll be at Millwood from 6 to 7:30. I would encourage everyone to come. I'll do my best to see if I can can live stream it on Facebook. But if I can't, please call our office and we'll make sure if anyone needs the information, the slideshow that will be presented, they can have it.
Perfect. 6 to 7 at Millwood High School, and thankfully it's going to be inside because it's going to be kind of a hot one today.
Hot, and
yes.
it's a hot conversation too.
There you go. Hot temperatures and hot conversation.